What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. Sorry about that. I have to bring up the image.
Right click. Properties.
I didn't set this up, and I knew it was going to be... It's going to be one of those things. I apologize about that, guys. Welcome to the show. How's it going? Long time no see. Just kidding. It's only been a week.
A long time.
So, let's go over some games. I only watched the Packer game, I think, and then didn't I go somewhere? Well, my brother was here. We have a new member of the family, Mr. Mole. Here, I can take him. Come here, buddy.
M-O-E or M-O-L?
Yep, so this
M-O-E.
is our new member of the family. Well, he's a member of the family. My brother treats him like his own child. But
It's a mixed breed?
he's living with us for
Chihuahua?
the next 4 months.
He's a Chihuahua Rat Terrier mix.
You know how I feel about Chihuahuas, but he's pretty mellow.
It's the Rat
Nice.
Terrier.
He's a pretty mellow dog. I mean, the first night he was a little bit skittish.
Loud?
But then
No, not
yeah.
loud. He was skittish.
No, he was skittish. He was just scared. Because Joe...
That's to be expected.
So
though.
my brother is going to another country for 4 months. So he asked if we could watch him, and I said absolutely, because we want to see if Wendy can handle a dog.
She's doing pretty good so
She's
far.
doing pretty good so far, and Mo seems to like her. I had one little incident, but she knows not to just call off and pick him up because
Right.
she'll get nipped. But
She hasn't tried to ride him like a pony yet.
No, I won't let her.
huh?
Tried to ride him like a pony.
The
She
dog's-
fucking outweighs him.
Jesus Christ, Tim! What the fuck's wrong with you?
Kids will do that.
When you want to start.
Wendy won't do something. Wendy won't do shit like that.
Even if she tried, I'd beat her butt for trying.
She won't. She won't try it. She usually listens when it comes to things like that. But I only watched the Packer game, and all I can tell you is I thought they played well. They had a chance to win. They've only had a chance not to win in one game this year, I think. Right? Every other game they've been in had a chance to win. All the fucking Packer fans are still fucking complaining. What the fuck do you
Yes,
want them to do?
because-
They can't be number one in fucking everything. Like, Jesus Christ. There's only 32 fucking teams, people.
Are they not just used to like the rebuilding stage? Where
Nobody
No.
is. Nobody is.
They didn't have a rebuilding
We've-
stage between Favre and Rodgers.
So, really,
so-
Yeah, that was the problem.
I'll give you a little quick history.
I say
I will... Tim, you just be quiet.
never.
Yes. I'll give you a little quick history about Green Bay. So Green Bay was established in 1919. They were one of the first 4 teams in the NFL. Right?
You said 1919, correct?
1919. Yep.
Oh, okay. I had to make sure I
So
heard that.
that's when the NFL got established. And they had teams, 4 teams for a couple of years, and then they added teams, and then they kept adding teams. So 1960s, Green Bay has 13 world championships. That includes the 4 Super Bowls that they have won.
Okay.
Okay. They've only lost 1, I think, right? Yeah. They've only lost 1. Right? I'm just trying to remember if they've lost more than 1. I only think they've lost 1. But they've won 4 Super Bowls, but they have 9 other world championships. Now the world championship is what they now call the Super Bowl. So when everybody says, well, they only have 4 world championships or 4 Super Bowls. Okay. They still have more championships than the Pittsburgh Steelers or the New England
I was
Patriots.
gonna say Patriots.
So because those are the Super Bowl standard bearers. Green Bay has 9 other world championships that they had before the 1960s. Now they won a lot of fucking championships with Vince Lombardi in the 60s. I think they won in, and I'm just going to throw this out. They won 66, 67, 68. They won 3 years in a row. 67 and 68 were the Super Bowl years. because the New York Jets won the Super Bowl that year in 1969. They won Super Bowl III. Green Bay was terrible in the 70s. I mean, absolutely terrible. They couldn't win. They were mediocre at best in the 80s, where they had a smattering of 8-8 seasons with a bunch of mediocrity. They didn't have a quarterback. I mean, they had a quarterback, but they didn't have the players around him to fucking be able to do anything. Then they had Don Majkowski, and the Bears used to kick the shit out of Green Bay every fucking year. In fact, there was one time where I think Chicago beat Green Bay 70-0, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, that's a thing.
So it was a very defensive game.
1983, the year Barry Sanders came out, Green Bay, I think they had the second pick in the draft. I don't think they've ever had the number one pick in the draft. So they had Don Majkowski come in 1989, and he had what they called the cardiac pack, and they won 10 games that year, and then Don Majkowski got hurt, and Brett Favre came in 1993, I think it is. I think that's right. 1993, Brett Favre came in. And the rest is history. They went from... And Brett Favre only had one losing season.
Mm-hmm.
He never had... Then the one losing season was Mike Sherman's last year, where they went 4-12. They drafted A.J. Hawk the following year. They had just drafted Aaron Rodgers in 2000. I think it was 2005. They had just drafted Aaron Rodgers. Brett Favre came out in 2006, had a decent year. Then in 2007, they made it to the NFC Championship. Brett Favre then retired, and Aaron Rodgers took over. Aaron Rodgers' first year, they went 6-10, and then they went on their run again. And they were good, great, fantastic, awesome. And then Aaron Rodgers got hurt. They were good for about 14 years in a row. I mean, yeah, they would have a smattering of 7-8, 7-9. Aaron Rodgers actually had more losing seasons than Brett Favre did. Yeah, he had 3. And so then Aaron took over. Well, Aaron Rodgers got hurt. And here's why the Packers drafted Jordan Love. They didn't draft Jordan Love because they wanted to fucking do the same thing. This is where people are fucking idiots. This is where Packer fans are fucking stupid. And just fans in general. NFL fans are the dumbest people on the face of the fucking earth. They are. They're dumb. I'm an NFL fan, but I pay attention to shit. And I'll get into that. And the conversation that I had, literally called someone a fucking dumbass on Twitter. Because I didn't watch the game on Monday. And you'll understand my question when I ask it to Tim or you guys, because she didn't watch the game. Tim, I don't know if he watched the game, but so my point is, Green Bay's had it. They've never had to really go through I grew up with the rebuild in the 70s and 80s. I grew up with it, so I know what it's like. And it's a painstaking process. It's painful. Because your team has the talent, they just can't put it together. Green Bay has it together. They're showing me things that I think that they will be able to build on. And in about 2 years, maybe even at the end of this year, they're going to be one of those teams you are not going to want to play in the playoffs, because they will beat you. That's the history of Green Bay. So for everybody sitting there telling me, well, he's doing this. Yeah, it's his first year. Aaron Rodgers Jordan Love is having a better first year than Aaron Rodgers did. Statistically. Analytically, I think he might not be. But the reason that he's probably not is because he doesn't have the weapons that Aaron Rodgers did his first year.
Mm-hmm. There's no Devontae Adams.
He didn't have Devontae Adams his first year.
There's no Devontae Adams. There's nobody stepping up to be.
Donald Driver was there. They had, I can't even remember who was there. Greg Jennings was there. They had James Jones was there. Devontae Adams came in 2007, I think. No, that's a long time. Like he came in. I think he's been in the league 10 years, so probably 2013, 2014. So that's where the history of Green Bay is. Now, that being said, it's a process. You're going to have those moments where it's not going to be it's not. The Eagles went through it. It took them 4 years to become a good football team.
I heard they was going through it.
Oh,
I started watching.
They were going through it because they drafted Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
But now Carson Wentz had a really good rookie year. It wasn't great, but it was a good rookie year, and they could build around it. Then they started putting the pieces in place, and then he got hurt, and Nick Foles came in and
got them the playoffs.
They won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, he started the year with 21 touchdowns and no interceptions. Wendy. He started the season with 21 touchdowns and no interceptions. He was doing really well. And then they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. But it was like 4 years before they became really good.
Right.
It's a process. It's not an overnight thing. Everybody's saying Christian Watson's got to go up and get the ball. He's got to fight for it. Nobody's saying he's not. These people that just sit there and fucking criticize, the reason they're criticizing is because the guy, and I'm going to tell you who, not going to tell you who it is. Dontavion Wicks. Everybody wants him to take over, and they're like showing what he did in college. The transition from college to the NFL is astronomical. He's doing that against a fucking second-rate fucking cornerback. Come on, man. Show me what he does against the number one guy. And then I'll sit there and say, yeah, you might have something there. I'm not saying Dontavion Wicks isn't good. He was a great draft. Great pick for them. Not criticizing the pick. But don't tell me he's number one. Christian Watson can do it. I think that he's putting too much pressure on himself because he was drafted to be that number one guy. He was drafted to take over for Devontae Adams. That's a lot of fucking pressure on a fucking first and second year kid. Because Devontae Adams, when he came out, everybody wanted to get fucking rid of him because he couldn't catch the fucking ball.
And then he became Mr. Sticko without using it.
It takes time to develop a guy. Hey, this is how you need to start doing this. Once he does that, Christian Watson is going to be unfucking stoppable. And anybody that thinks he's not is a fucking fool. Because I guarantee you put him in a fucking system, and if he leaves Green Bay, I guarantee it, he's going to become a superstar. Why? Because he's not going to have so much pressure on himself anymore. He's just going to go out and play. Everybody fucking shit all over this fucking kid. On the very first fucking play from scrimmage last year. Yes, he was wide open. He had beaten Patrick Peterson by 10 yards. And it hit him right in the fucking hands and he dropped it. And ever since then, that's when his confidence took a shit. Yeah, he was still able to make some great plays. However, you can see that his confidence is shaken. Now, everybody bitching about him going up and fighting for the ball. On the one fucking incompletion, there was a defender had his hands in there. Can we give a little bit of credit to the defensive back and not just shit all over the fucking wide receiver? Eat a fucking dick. All you fucking people that think it's so fucking easy to fucking play football, the people that say that shit have probably never ever fucking played it down in their fucking life. Now, they might have played with their friends, but that's different. That's a whole different animal.
Right.
Try catching a ball with a fucking helmet and fucking pads on. I'm telling you, it's not fucking easy. I don't give a fuck who you are.
300-pound defender bearing down on you.
Well, not even that. Just the fucking cornerback is putting his hands in there. People are trying to swat the ball out of your hands, slap it out of your hands. Going up, they're doing the same thing you're doing. You're getting hands in your face. I'm telling you, man, it's not as fucking easy as people think it is. Who's going to fight for the ball? How about you shut the fuck up? Because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I have the same problem when I have people who have never officiated a game, and I understand there are people who know the rules or know the game, people who played, who comment on the officiating, but they're different. I'm talking about people who have no fucking clue what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, referees suck.
Yes, they do. But that's neither here nor there. But they have no fucking clue what they're talking about, and they're like,
okay.
how do you call that in this point of the game? Because I called it earlier in the game, that's why. You don't like it too fucking bad.
I mean, I'll get into that. That's one of my things. The play on Monday night, the pass interference. I do want to talk about that.
Yeah, sorry, I had to give a dog medicine, which is never fun.
No, I hear you. So that's where I am. I didn't really watch too much after that because then it was all about trying to get Mo to settle down because Joe left pretty much right after the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were pretty much chasing Mo around, trying to get him to play and do distract him and all that good stuff. So, but it was a hectic day on Sunday. So I didn't watch too much football. I know Heather was watching Red Zone. The Ravens.
Yeah,
The Ravens.
I told you.
I'm not. Look, the AFC North is the best division in football. Name me a better division.
Waiting for this one.
There isn't.
Oh, I thought Rachel would just say the NFC East.
Oh no! Why would I say that shit?
The NFC East has two of the worst teams in the NFL.
Two out of four?
Yeah, they do have two of the worst teams in the NFL.
That's why I didn't say nothing.
I was just waiting for him to say it because then JP would have slapped him down.
Anybody says the NFC West, they're fucking stupid. The AFC North probably has three out of the four teams are probably the best teams in football right now.
And one of those teams, and the one odd team out is Cincinnati.
Nope, the one odd team out is Pittsburgh. Cincinnati just has a tough schedule.
Not just that, but Pittsburgh also isn't that bad, really.
Yeah, Pittsburgh sucks.
Since not Pittsburgh does not suck.
No, they play just about anyone they go up against.
Pittsburgh's won 3 in a row.
Yeah, they play whoever they go up against. They play them tough.
They've been in every game this year.
Yeah.
The Bengals just beat who I consider the best team in football right now.
Dallas?
Baltimore.
No.
I thought they played Cleveland.
Mm-mm. Oh, yeah, no, Cleveland. Cleveland's up there. I mean, they did. They just beat the best team in football.
Yeah.
I think the Ravens just had an off day. They shoot themselves in the foot. They got too conservative again. They jump up 31-17 and just got
They
conservative.
want to coast by and win with defense then.
Yeah, well, their defense really didn't fail them. The Cleveland Browns defense just responded, made plays at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say I believe in CJ.
Oh, what did I say? You want to talk about making an impact? What did I tell you? What did I tell every fucking buddy about that kid?
You coming in too or not?
I don't remember.
Jesus Christ! I said it last week.
I don't remember.
He should have been the number 1 pick in the draft.
Oh yeah, you did say that. You did say that.
Carolina had a chance. Carolina's just really bad. Carolina's just
They are
really bad.
disgusting.
Well,
I think they playing this terrible so they could get the number 1 draft.
no, they're just that bad.
Yeah, they're just that bad, Ray Sean.
Nobody's tanking. Nobody's tanking. Carolina's trying to win. They're not very good. They're like Green Bay. They might be the second youngest team in the NFL. However, the Packers actually have better players than
Also,
the
Ray
Panthers.
Sean.
Yeah.
Carolina can't tank.
Normally.
Chicago has their number 1 pick next.
It doesn't matter because Carolina doesn't have any draft capital. They only have like 5 picks next year.
Yeah,
That's
traded
yeah.
away a
That's
lot
what
of
I just
their
said.
Well, they traded away this year. They traded up to get CJ to get the number 1 pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they traded
right.
away all their draft capital.
Yeah.
They
That's right.
bet their house on one guy.
Yep.
I'm just telling you they didn't need to because he was going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
They bet
Yeah,
the house.
so-
They bet the house and the
House always
dealer.
wins.
They bet the house and the dealer had blackjack right off the bat.
Yep.
House always wins.
I mean, that's the best analogy I can give you, you know. And be careful, okay? Just pet him.
Wendy, scratch him behind the ears. Dogs like that.
Yeah, he does.
Uh-huh.
He likes it if you scratch him behind the ears. So did you the Eagles, they won, didn't they?
They were on bye last week.
week.
They were on bye. Cowboys look.
Yeah.
What did I say the fucking Cowboy game was going to be? I said it was going to be 50-10. I was close. It was 49-10.
Yeah.
The
That
Giants may be the worst team in the NFL.
49-10, I think. No, 49-17.
What's up,
But yeah,
Kokomo, I think that's some chemo. Thanks for being here. I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna butcher it. I'm like that guy that butchers names. What's up, Aru? How's it going, man? Welcome to the show.
Hello.
The Bears beat the Panthers this week. I was shocked by that because I thought the Panthers had a little more talent. Everybody's saying, "Oh, look out!" There was a chant the Packers suck.
Panthers could start a game. Panthers could start a score.
Well, they had a
They
chance.
could
They
make-
had a chance to win. They
They had a
just
chance late to win.
It's not like
They don't know how
Chicago
to
kicked
finish.
the shit out of them.
Yeah.
They just couldn't finish it.
Carolina can't finish a game.
Well, and again, they don't have the personnel to finish. That's the problem. They might have.
Yeah.
It's not that they aren't very good. They just right now they're inexperienced and they don't have the personnel.
Right.
So there's that. The Patriots. I don't know what's going on with the Patriots, man. They might be the second worst team in the NFL.
I think you might be right, and I think
I think
Belichick's lost the locker room. He's only ever really lost the locker room once before, and that was the 09 season.
Okay.
They lost in the first round to Baltimore, I think.
I think Bill Belichick is done with Mac Jones, though.
I think Bill Belichick's on his last ride.
Yeah, I do too.
They are. Bill Belichick is not going to be there for a rebuild.
No.
He will leave before. The question is Mac Jones the guy?
There you go.
Yeah, and I'm not convinced he is.
No.
But
I'm not convinced.
But do we know? Does he have the pieces around him to be able to compete?
That's the problem with Alabama quarterbacks in general, I find.
I mean, Tua's not having a problem.
No, but he had star power around him. Before Tua got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Oh, Dolphin was pretty bad without those.
Thank you. Before Jalen Hurts got Devontae Smith and
What if who is trying to get fired or Rue? I don't think anybody's trying to get fired.
no. Who was the other one? I can't remember. But before Jalen Hurts got, I only know skill player names. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
Jalen first year playing, I think Eagles went 6-9 maybe.
Yeah, but they didn't. He wasn't that. He wasn't like. Once he got
Oh, Bill Belichick.
like top and skill receivers.
I'm going to tell you right now, Robert Kraft will never fire Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick will
No.
retire.
He's going to have to retire. Yeah.
No, he will retire.
Because Kraft doesn't want to be the guy who let Tom Brady go and fired Bill Belichick.
No, Bill Belichick.
You don't understand.
I don't think
I
Robert.
know what you're saying.
Okay, I don't think Bill Belichick would even fire, or Robert Kraft would even fire Bill Belichick. If it came to it, I don't think he would do it.
Yeah, but the narrative up in this area is that you can't you bet on Belichick and you were wrong. That's the narrative in the New England area.
So Aaron, it is 2023. I don't think he's stuck in 1994. I think he's just stuck in his ways and won't change.
Yeah.
Now, what I mean by stuck in his ways, he'll change with the times, but it's the way he gets players.
Yeah, he wants to get your diamonds in the rough, and
you need superstars now. It's a It's becoming a superstar-driven game.
Like basketball, just like basketball.
Well, no.
Oh, no.
Because you really only need like 2 superstars on your team to be like the Bucks. They have 2 superstars on their team, and the rest are just bench guys.
Yep.
And they're the favorite to win the NBA title. I'm just saying.
No, I agree with you.
I think in the NFL, you have to have
a minimum
a top end quarterback. Like
you need
top.
a top. I wouldn't say you really need a top end quarterback. You just need a quarterback that takes care of the ball.
Oh, you need Brock Purdy.
You need
versatile.
You just a Brock Purdy works. A Trent Dilfer works.
And
what's the quarterback for the Ravens again?
But I don't think Brock Purdy is
Lamar Jackson.
I don't think Lamar Jackson is a top end quarterback. No,
Ray Sean was asking who's the quarterback for the Ravens. That's why I said that.
So your top end quarterbacks are, and Brock Purdy is not one of them. Trust me.
I've never said it.
Brock Purdy is maybe bottom 8 quarterback. He's just look at who he has to throw the ball to.
I'd say bottom 10, but that's splitting hairs.
I don't think it's bottom 10. the your top tier, Josh Allen is top tier. I don't care what
Even
anybody
if the Bills
I
have
don't
no
give
idea
a,
what the
I
fuck
do
they're
not
doing this
I do
year.
not give a fuck what people say. He is a top end quarterback.
I
He's
agree.
right up there with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is another guy. Joe Burrow is another guy. Herbert is a guy. CJ Stroud.
Jalen Hurts.
CJ Stroud is on the verge of being a top guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, great
Hurts.
numbers.
I wouldn't call Hurts a top guy.
He's just on the outside.
He's
Put him in that second tier.
here's why Hurts fits.
I'm leaving.
Whatever.
Finally, we got rid of him.
Hurts fits what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Can he do everything? Can he do everything? Sure. I just think I don't think that if he played for Green Bay, I think he'd probably struggle as much as Jordan Love has.
Yeah. Hurts benefits from.
I think
skill
Aaron
he has around
Rodgers.
him as well.
I think Aaron Rodgers would be struggling if he was in a Packer uniform this year.
Yeah, he would.
I don't think you build a guy around. I don't think you build a team around Jalen Hurts. And that's
Hurts is benefiting from the skill guys he has around him.
Now, me saying that is not a knock on him. He fits into a system a lot like Tom Brady. I honestly don't think you can build a team around Tom Brady.
No.
You put
Brady
him,
was a
he
mess
can
with
be
the system.
a player on your team, and he
Tom
can
Brady
be
don't look
really
like he has
good,
patience
but he
to
has to
build.
have people. The top tier guys, CJ Stroud just screams top guy. He is putting up numbers with maybe a number 2 receiver.
Yeah, that's true.
Nico Collins
Trevor
is
Lawrence
good,
is
but I don't
okay.
think he's a number 1. I think he's like a number 2. Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is putting numbers up without. Well, he's got Travis Kelce.
Hate that
Can't really say
motherfucker. I would hope his fucking knees crack.
It's a team game. It's not. You don't. That's the thing about football. You can't just have 2 superstars. There's only 5 guys can be on the court at the time, right? That's why I say what I say. Any other games? So I'm gonna get to the Monday night game. I didn't watch the whole game. I caught the end of it. This is why. You know what, Heather? You take over. I got this.
I don't know.
Just talk about whatever. I don't care.
Cocaine.
Well, here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. No, I warned you all about the Ravens game.
Yes, you did, and I was like, no, she lied to me.
Yeah, 17-30 lead, and the next thing I know, they're on red zone again, and they're 30-31. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was
On my table, or on the floor. But yes.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know. I just hear random shit.
It was a pretty rare situation with that. It was Ravens and Cleveland, you said, and they struggle with Cleveland.
Both Cleveland and Cincinnati they struggle with.
Deshaun Watson is a decent quarterback.
Yeah, he is really.
I just don't like the ego he got on himself after he was handed the fucking championship last year.
No,
Burrow.
it wasn't handed the championship. They didn't make it to the title game or the Super Bowl.
They were division champions because of that fucking Buffalo.
Oh,
shit.
because of the
Damar
since
Hamlin
it
incident.
was yeah.
It is what it is. But they ended up going on the road against Buffalo and
Losing.
no, they beat Buffalo, but they lost to Kansas City in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
No, I'll never coach the Packers. I don't want to be. I don't think I would lose it on the fans. I would literally tell the fans to shut the fuck up. You don't know
You
what
did
you're.
go
I will
arguments with
tell
them
you
online.
what. Matt LaFleur has I bet he is biting his lip. Biting his tongue. Because the Packer fans are the dumbest fucking fans on the face of the fucking. I guarantee it. On his first, he wants to fuck out. He doesn't want to fucking be. Packer fans. Their problem with Packer fans is they're fucking spoiled little fucking brats. You know that little kid that always gets what they want, and now they're not getting what they want because they got older.
The Veruca salt.
Yeah,
that works actually. That comparison works. I equate that to Patriots fans too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Patriots fans had it for a lot longer.
You haven't had 30 years.
No, but they had it for 20 years, and there are Patriot fans out there who are like only knew winning.
When you have two quarterbacks that are MVPs back to back, then you can come fucking talk to me.
No, I'm saying the mindset. No, the mindset's the same.
I'm just telling you, you still don't have any room to talk.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You don't.
Yes, I do.
You don't.
Yes,
you think you do,
yes,
but you know you don't. But anyway, so
serious?
Yes, I'm dead serious.
No, I'm watching a basketball game also. I shouldn't watch basketball.
But the Ravens, like I said, I think they just got conservative and Cleveland bit them. I don't think if they were to play that game over, I don't think the Ravens lose. Ravens are literally. I think the Ravens are literally the best team in football. Would I drop them underneath the Chiefs right now? Yes, only because they lost and the Chiefs keep winning. But
and the Chiefs are playing better.
But we're going to find out this Monday.
Yeah.
The Chiefs play the Ravens. It's in Baltimore, though.
I thought the Chiefs played the Browns.
Kansas City.
Oh, Chiefs play Eagles at Arrowhead.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's in Kansas City.
No, y'all stop.
Never.
I just looked it up. Because I did the thing.
Wait, you said Chiefs, right?
The Eagles and Chiefs are playing on Monday Night Football in
Arrowhead.
Who the fucking Ravens play? Oh,
the Browns.
The Bengals.
Oh, the Bengals.
That's Thursday. That's tomorrow night's game, actually. But I have. So the Monday night's game, the Bills versus the Broncos. There was a play where pass interference was thrown. I'm not saying it was not pass interference. I can almost argue that it wasn't, because he did turn his head. I have seen worse called. Or I have seen worse not called.
Yeah, like a face mask.
Well, that too, but I have seen worse not called. And I literally asked the question because somebody put out there, and it's just a discussion. Like it was over Twitter. This guy put this out there. This is pass interference, and he just opened it up for discussion, right? What's wrong with that? Isn't that what Twitter is for? Open discussion.
Right? Oh, I thought it was
isn't that if you're gonna put it on there and then everybody responds to it, right? Now their response, they can respond with whatever they want.
Yes.
But I don't think that them responding to that was really necessary. Does that make sense? Saying, oh, he's just doing it for engagements. Well, it's fucking Twitter. Why would you not do that? It's a legitimate fucking question, is it not?
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, what's wrong with that? And then these people are literally like coming at me like, oh, here's another one looking for engagement. What, you don't want to have a debate about, you know, what is pass interference and what isn't?
The problem
Because
with
I
the
have
world
seen,
of
and
today-
I have seen a lot worse not called. Okay? This is the problem that I have with fucking NFL fans and how dumb they can be. Because they don't want the engagement, they just want to be right.
Yeah, people just want to be a bandwagon.
They want to be.
Hold on, Tim. Let Rayshawn finish. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, because this goes with wrestling discussion, even though it's not a wrestling podcast at the moment. But I'm just saying, like, the fans will say something.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte is the best wrestler, and if you comment in the section, no, I don't think she's the best wrestler. I think this is person blah blah blah, and you give your point of view of it.
Mm-hmm.
You're wrong.
No, F you. You shouldn't say it. It's like you have to agree with whatever person someone posts on it, and that's bandwagon, and I just hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why you can't say that? Why you can't oppose to what someone posts?
She's selling 31 bags now, so she's doing a bingo night.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And the whole point of Twitter and all this social media platform, and if you're gonna post something, expect someone to not like what you say.
And I agree with that. But for me, I don't look at it for engagement just to have an argument and call people stupid. I literally say some things, unless it's just fucking people being dumb. I literally, like, especially when it comes to football, I literally get on there for engagement, for discussion. Not this whole, you know, well, he needs to fight for the ball. I don't disagree with that, but that will come with time. What they did Sunday on a couple of those plays was really good. It is something that will come with time. Like Aaron Rodgers, if that was Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, oh well, it was tipped by a defensive back. Because people are so used to that actually happening that they will find the little things. But since it was Jordan Love and Christian Watson, people are like, oh, well, I guess we suck. Well, we do, but they'll get better with time. You have to give it time. But to literally sit there and then call me a fucking retard on Twitter because I asked the question, was that called earlier in the game? How did the referees see? The fucking fans don't even pay attention to how the referees ref a game. This is how you know. This is how you fucking know that football fans are stupid and don't pay attention to what's going on the field. They only pay attention to what they want to pay attention to. So the problem is, all I asked, how did the referees call the game? Did they call it tight? Were they letting them play handsy? Were they letting them be physical with each other? Were they, you know, or was it they touched the guy and it's automatically a fucking penalty? That was literally my fucking question. I never once fucking said it wasn't pass interference. If it was me, probably pass interference. I was just asking how it was refereed. And the reason that I asked that is the same question we have all the fucking time.
How consistent are they?
How consistent are the referees being?
Yes.
Or somebody comes in and watches it the last minute and a half of the game. Are the referees like, oh, well, we need to be noticed as well?
We need robot refs.
No, we don't need robot refs. I'm trying to be
serious.
serious.
No, but that's the argument that they always go back to.
Right.
Robot refs
or more cameras.
What happened? Here's why they don't do that. What happens if a robot ref malfunctions and just starts throwing fucking flags?
That'd be funny to see.
This is so dumb. Because the problem with why they can't fucking do that is you can't touch another fucking player then. Because every time
Yeah.
you touch somebody, the fucking thing is going to throw a fucking flag for illegal contact.
I was watching Red Zone on Sunday, and there was a lot of a lot of frisky, handsy thing that you mentioned that
And
refs didn't
fighting.
call. They didn't call. They honestly let them go, and it was on Red Zone. And I was looking at it, I was like, isn't that holding?
So, well, they need to get rid of holding.
They do at this point, because now they're just calling everything holding. I mean, something like this.
Yeah, I've
is
seen
holding.
that called like 4 fucking times this weekend, which isn't fucking holding. It to me, that's not holding. I'm sorry. I unless he brings the guy down, and players fucking doing the dramatic. Oh, get the fuck out of here! The guy has you by one fucking hand. You're 330 fucking pounds, and the fucking 270-pound guy is. I see it was a tight end versus a defensive tackle, and the tight end, is half his fucking size, and fucking they called holding, because the guy, and he didn't even have a fucking hold of his jersey. He just, I'm just gonna do this so that they throw a flag. This is so dumb.
It's the LeBron effect.
It's so bad. And personally, they need to review shit. These are the kinds of things that they need to review. And I'm not talking about that that interference call. If it was me, I would have called pass interference. I never once said it wasn't pass interference. But I was literally called a retard.
Wow.
I was called a retard.
That's social media for you.
The problem is, I'm not retarded. So.
Oh, I get it. I get it all the time because people say, well, you haven't officiated at high levels before. I'm not. When I comment on stuff on officiating, I do not comment about the levels. I comment on, are they consistent across it?
Right.
That's all I really go after is the consistency angle. If it's a penalty in the first, it's a penalty in the fourth, at all.
I called him an indignant piece of doggy doo-doo.
He probably didn't know what
it
meant.
He no longer has an account. So he must have said something, and he probably fucking did that got him blocked. How is my question dumb? And he shows me a picture of the penalty. Well, his head is turned.
Okay, pictures don't work for me.
Still photos don't work for me. His head is turned. How is that? I am not saying that it wasn't pass interference. How did the referees call the fucking game? That is my fucking question. If they fucking called it tight like this picture and allowed it, then it isn't pass interference. I never once fucking said that it wasn't pass interference, you fucking dumbass.
Yeah. When people give me still pictures, I tell them, no, give me the video.
So let me get to my question. My question is this. Was there a play like this earlier in the game, asking legitimately, didn't watch until the last 2 fucking minutes? Because it's discussion about something that is extremely obvious for likes and engagement. So, who cares? Why would you comment on that? Do you have anything to add to this conversation? If not, shut the fuck up and go away. Right? If you're going to sit there and fucking argue that what this guy legitimately showed me was just for discussion. Whatever happened? Look, you go watch a fucking football show and you're going to and it's all about discussion. We're doing, right? If it wasn't, we'd just sit there and look at each other for fucking an hour and a half, right? Wouldn't say a fucking word. There'd be no discussion. That's what engagement is. That's what Twitter is. I don't know that person. He's not going to fucking want to have a discussion with me face to face. The only way to have that discussion is on Twitter.
Yep.
What's wrong with that? These fucking people on Twitter are so fucking dumb. Wrestling
Twitter
fucking
warriors.
Wrestling Twitter and NFL Twitter are two of the most fucking toxic fucking goddamn people
Yeah.
in the world today. Well, that and politics. Them three are the most toxic fucking people on the face of the fucking earth. If you say one bad thing about somebody, like Christian Watson's,
no matter who you support.
Christian Watson's brother has been in this, arguments with, and his father, Christian Watson's father, who, by the fucking way, was an NFL football player and played the same position as he did. And they sit there and fucking argue with the guy. Like they know he don't. They know more than he does. And he's literally telling them, if you think it is so fucking easy, go ahead and put the pads on and try it one fucking time. And he wasn't even saying. In fact, he said, yes, he's struggling. He's a second-year player. It will come. It takes time. It's about the reps. Everything that he is saying is absolutely 150% true. With any player. Jamar Chase just didn't show up day one and was the shit. Davante Adams didn't just show up day one and was the shit. Cooper Kupp didn't show up day one and was just the shit.
And not to mention, they only played 16 games in the season.
17
now
games.
18.
17 games.
Oh, 17. So it's not like NBA and MLB where they got like 100-something games.
Well, they have 82 games in football, basketball, and 162 in baseball.
Okay.
Yeah. So people just have a discussion, but don't be fucking mean and nasty when somebody says something. There's no need for it. Let's have a discussion. You want to talk about what Green Bay needs? Sure, they need a receiver. But stop saying, oh, we need to get rid of Christian Watson. That makes no fucking sense. We need to fire Brian Gutekunst. Why? He's got a bunch of first and second year players on offense. Give it some fucking time. Green Bay doesn't have the fucking money to go and fucking throw around because they have to pay fucking crybaby back bitch $50 million a fucking year. Just deal with the fucking pain. It'll be okay. You'll still wake up the next fucking day and move on with your life. Imagine how they feel. Put yourself in their shoes. Y'all fans act like you know everything and you don't go through the feelings. They're getting paid to perform, and when they don't, they feel like they're failing you because you jump on fucking Twitter and shit all over them. What do you want them to fucking do? I mean, it blows my fucking mind how people can be so fucking negative when it comes to fucking football. Do I get upset when something doesn't go right? Absolutely. But I don't fucking jump on Twitter and say we need to get rid of this fucking guy because he's fucking terrible. It's his second year in the NFL. But that's all I have to say about the NFL. Do you guys got anything except for the picks? You guys got anything that you want to add?
I'm good.
If you guys ever want to rant about something like I do, please. That's what this is for.
Oh, I've gone on rants before.
No, but I mean, anytime. If you find something that you want to rant about, I'll shut up. I'll mute and let you go.
I'm good.
Okay? All right. Well, let's do some college talk because there's a couple of things The college football
this I have
playoffs.
a
College.
thing to talk about.
We'll get to it, Tim. Shit, man, relax. God, you're so fucking impatient.
I have the attention span of a turtle.
Well, turtles actually have pretty good attention span. So anyway,
All right, go for it then.
you have the attention span of a goldfish, is what it is.
Yeah.
So we'll get into the news, the big news of what's going on with a certain team that's in the college football playoff right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the top 10 college football playoff rankings right now. I'm not going to give you all 25 teams. Number 10 is Louisville. I have not seen them play yet this year, so I don't know. Number 9 is Missouri. I have not seen them play yet this year. I know their 2 losses. I've been against, I think one was LSU and the other was Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8 is Alabama. Number 7 is Texas. Number 6 is Oregon. Number 5. So number 6 and number 5 are just outside of the playoffs. So those 2 teams. The problem with Alabama is they have to play Georgia, and I don't think they're beating Georgia.
Mm.
So Alabama might not make the playoffs this year. They didn't last year, did they?
Don't think so. I think they were right there to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, they were on the outside looking, and that's what brought about the change for next year, going to 12 teams.
Which is stupid.
People complaining we don't have Alabama in it. Well, they're not good enough to be in it this year.
So, number 5 is, and the rest of these teams are undefeated. Number 5, Washington, the Huskies. Seen them play. Their defense is a little suspect, but their offense is legit. Number 4 is Florida State. I've watched them play like 3 or 4 times. They are legit. Number 3 is Michigan. I personally think they're the best team in the country. The only reason that they're number 3, and we'll get into that. Number 2 is Ohio State. They have a really good defense. I watched them play against Wisconsin, and they didn't give anything to Wisconsin. Now, Wisconsin didn't play bad in that game, and then they show up this next weekend and look like complete ass 2 weeks in a row. And your number 1 team is Georgia. I personally think Ohio State and Michigan are better than Georgia. I don't think Georgia's the best team in the country this year. Georgia's the best team in the SEC, but I think Michigan and Ohio State are better.
All right, accidentally.
So, what's that?
I said I accidentally shut down my computer.
Oh, that's all right. So the big news is Jim Harbaugh in Michigan. It's kind of the same scandal that the New England Patriots had. The
spy game videotaping. Or one,
well,
I hate that everyone calls everything.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't videotaping. They were stealing signs.
Yeah.
I have now. This falls in with that Houston Astros thing where the Houston Astros were being reprimanded and everybody hated the Astros because they were stealing signs. Well, you didn't catch them doing it. So, and I think stealing signs, don't give a fuck. Be better.
Yeah.
Be better. Right? Be better.
Yep. I agree.
So they didn't punish Michigan. The NCAA didn't, which thank God. Why would you punish the players? I can understand punishing the coach.
But the NCAA didn't punish the coach.
No. And okay.
It was the Big Ten that punished him.
Okay. Will you let me finish? I understand that. And I'm okay with what happened. They didn't punish the university. They didn't put sanctions on the university. The players didn't do it. Why punish the players?
I agree.
Something that the coaching staff did. I know there's a big rigmarole about it. Oh, they need to kick Michigan out of the playoffs because they cheated. No, they didn't. Players didn't cheat. Why punish the players? Players didn't do it. The NFL, no, the players were in on that Spygate. Come on. You can't tell me they weren't. So there's that. That's the big news in college football right now. Do I think anything's going to come of it? No. Jim Harbaugh is suspended for the final 3 games of the year. He'll be back for the playoff and the bowl game, which, okay, I'm okay with it. I am honestly okay with it. I mean, I don't know what more you want me to add. Thoughts, guys?
Okay, so my issue with this is that all these people who you go on Twitter. Oh, the Big Ten had no right to suspend him. They can't do this. Right. It's the fix is in on this one. He cheated. That's all there is to it.
So, yeah, you go ahead, finish. I'll jump.
That's all there is to it. He cheated. And I have another issue with the Big Ten basically being like, well, we can't take him out of the playoffs.
We can't.
So, but the Big Ten doesn't want to take a stand on it either way. They're like,
why not?
Well, we'll just do this.
They did take a stand though. They suspended him for 3 games.
Yes, of the regular season, which they're probably going to win out.
So that's the NCAA thing. That's not a fucking Big Ten thing.
No, the Big Ten coaches,
Stop.
The Big Ten ADs voted on this one.
Stop. My point is the playoffs is an NCAA thing. It's not a Big Ten thing. If the NCAA is going to do something,
the NCAA doesn't want to do anything.
Okay, well there you go. So shut the fuck up about it. Not you, Tim, but fans.
I know.
Shut the fuck up about it. That what the Big Ten did was exactly what they needed to fucking do. What do you want them to fucking do? Nothing? I mean, NCAA has been better about being hands off when it comes to in-season things, because that's why you have commissioners of conferences. Let them handle it, or athletic directors. Let them handle it. That's why they're there, right? Am I right? I mean,
yeah.
You look at the commissioner of the NFL. You look at the commissioner of the NFL. He's the one that hands out suspensions, right? Big Ten commissioner's the same fucking thing. I don't know why people are in an uproar.
Because fans are fans.
They're stupid.
Yep.
The NCAA isn't going to fucking do anything because it should be on the conference. Mm-hmm. Now, if they cheated, which I think they did. Like, they were stealing signs of Georgia and fucking Alabama and Oregon.
Yeah.
But
they were going after the teams that they could face in the playoffs.
I don't think they're facing any of those teams.
Georgia, they could.
No. I don't think Georgia's going to make it to the championship game. I think it's going to be Michigan and Ohio State.
Don't they play each other at the end of the regular season?
Yeah. They're going to both be undefeated going into it, though.
And if Washington's
And
still
you're not
undefeated,
gonna,
you're going to have the argument.
and you're not gonna drop neither of them out of the playoffs, because I don't think, unless Washington, Oregon somehow. The only way that I see Michigan and Ohio State not being there is if Washington, Oregon, if Oregon keeps winning and Washington loses in the Pac-12 championship, then again, you can't put Oregon over Washington because Washington beat Oregon. So if they both have a 10-1 seed, and then you'll have they lost at this time. Yeah, but still, head-to-head, you can't put... If Washington and Oregon were to play each other, I think Washington would still beat Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
They just have a better offense. But that's neither here nor there. So that's pretty much all I have. I'll get more into college football in the coming weeks. But that being said, let's get our picks in, and then we'll get out of here.
Yeah.
You all right, man? You want to talk about it?
I'm good.
You sure?
I'm all good.
All right. Can you guys see the wheel?
Yep.
Where's the pad? And I didn't update I haven't had time to do it this week. I'll update it next week, but I know I'm winning. That's all you need to know. Rayshon's in second. I can use this. Rayshon's in second. I think Tim and Heather are tied.
Doesn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rayshon.
Oh my God! Some of these numbers.
Heather. Yeah. All right. Do you guys want to do the wheel first?
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
why not?
The Raiders at the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Dolphins. You guys are too quick on the whip. I was going to actually... The Raiders have been playing some good football lately. But I do agree. Yeah.
I do agree. I don't think it's going to... I think it's going to be closer than 13.5. I think it'll probably be like a 24-16 game. Or 24 to 20, somewhere in there. I don't
They've
think
been playing
Miami.
better ever since
The only way I see Miami putting up a lot of fucking points is if the Raiders don't show up.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, let us do our upset first this week. Heather,
What are we doing?
the upset.
Upset?
Mm-hmm.
God, these are all terrible.
Mm-mm.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
What? Bengals over the Ravens.
She said it. She said it, guys.
I did. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but
Tim?
I'm gonna go with the
Did she take medicine?
Rams over the Seahawks.
Jesus. You guys in these 1-point spreads. Fucking no balls. None of you have balls. None of you.
Well,
Rayshawn?
she does. And
Does
do
he
too.
though? That
Heather
I
has
wouldn't
the
even
ball.
call it. I would actually favor the Rams.
But Heather has the eggs to go against her team, and I got the balls to go against my team. So I'm saying the upset will be Chiefs going over Eagles.
Well, actually, the Chiefs are favored.
Well, in my favor.
You have to pick a different game.
Fine. I have to pick actual. Damn it. Bears going against the. I'm winning against the Lions.
Okay.
You said an upset. That's an upset victory.
That would be a big time upset.
Yes, that would.
I am gonna go the Broncos or the Vikings over the Broncos.
I'm sick of that one too.
Let's do our lock. Tim?
I am gonna go Cowboys over the Panthers.
That's too easy.
Why do you think I chose it?
I am going to go Lions over the Bears. Heather?
That's how you stayed in first place. Okay.
We're doing randoms now.
Nope. Lock.
Lock. Really?
CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
Fine.
Texans over the Cardinals.
No, that was my team. You gave her that team.
See, I was gonna go with that one or the fucking
I'm not picking.
Steelers over the Browns, but
Brayshawn, who you got?
Nobody.
Nobody?
I have. Okay, lock pick. You gotta pick a smart pick. Like the 49ers over the Buccaneers.
49ers.
Over the Buccaneers.
And then your random.
My random will be Chiefs going over Eagles. I still can't pick that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
because it's a different section.
Gotcha.
My random. I will say
Yep.
Steelers over the Browns.
Steelers over the Browns.
Mm.
Don't be surprised if Browns wins.
Tim?
Jaguars over the Titans.
Mm.
Now you
I
gotta pick the Giants. Pick the
am
Giants.
going to take. Where is it at? I'm going to take the Ravens over the Bengals. I haven't been wrong about them yet this year. Every time I pick them, they've won. Maybe that's why I didn't last week. So, that being said, I think that's pretty much it for the show. Is there anything that you guys would like to add or subtract or divide or multiply?
Yes.
Outside of the fact that I hate people on Twitter,
Well,
I'm good.
We've already,
Established that fact.
established that fact.
If
All right, I'm
Monday
good then.
game- If Monday game don't go my way, it will be the last time I watch football.
Next week I'll have the NFL top. I'll have the NFL power rankings as they have them, but I will also do the top 5. You guys can do your own top 5, and it's just doing a little bit of research. You can use
We have homework this
however
week.
however you want to do it. You want to do it by record, do it by record. You want to do it by the color of the fucking team. I don't care. Just have a reason why you put them number 1 or where you did. That's all I'm gonna say.
Top 5. Number
I
1.
have an
Eagles.
idea.
We'll wait.
3.
We'll wait until next week.
I have an idea.
What?
That's bad. You're thinking.
Is that funny?
You have an idea?
Yes, I do. I will
Had to
wait.
call them out for thinking.
I bet you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking. So
I mean, this is the same guy that just randomly yelled tomahawk every time we played Call of Duty.
But that being said, I want to thank everybody for being here. Rayshawn, Tim, thank you. Next week we'll do more. There might be some like sports history coming your way. I have to,
Please.
and I know Rayshawn is really interested in when I was talking because we were talking about football last week. It's something that I can talk about for hours.
Mm-hmm.
But so that being said, I want to thank everybody. We'll be back next week. We'll talk about last week or this week's games. Enjoy the games this week, and then we're one step closer to the playoffs. We're over halfway through the season.
Yes,
There's that.
So there's half the season together.
Yeah. So with that said, everybody have a great night. Stay safe and be well, and we'll talk to you next week. Don't forget to join over on the Horny Goat as they are going to be playing
Diablo 3.
Diablo 3. Yeah, so have a good
Provided
night.
Connor stays awake.
Have a good night, everybody, and we'll talk to you later.
Night.
That one.
I'm still mad that I bought Diablo.